Today I'm going to be doing a full face. I always start off with about a dime size of the Glorious Primer. It helps to keep that makeup lasting great all day. And I'm going to be using BB Flawless. It's a tinted moisturizing foundation. Because I like to have a little bit fuller coverage, to add in about equal parts, a little less on the concealer, but it just gives a fuller coverage. Mix those two together. And when I use this method, I like to use my hands. Gotta be easy to not, you gotta be careful to not get too much, which I may have, but I'll wipe it away better. Make sure you always blend it down the neck. You don't want to have a straight line where your foundation ends. Okay, then I like to get out my blending bud. You saturate it with water and soak out the air, squeeze out the excess. So it doesn't soak up the product, but it just gives a nice, beautiful, flawless finish. Okay, I add a little bit underneath my eyes. A little bit of this goes a long way. And then I blend it out. Maybe just a little bit more, where I need a little extra help here. And blend it out. Going in a triangle shape makes it have a more natural, it blends out naturally. If you do it just under the eyes, it won't give a natural effect. Okay, now to set this makeup, I like to use my powder foundation, and right after I've done, make sure this is pressed in firmly so that the creases underneath your eyes are smooth, and set it. Do it right after you press this in so there's no creases. If I'm using the powder foundation on top of other foundation, I always use a brush because it's a lighter coverage this way, unless I'm trying to spot cover acne or quickly remove shine throughout the day. And I will use the little pad that's included. Then I take a double look underneath my eyes there, see if there's any creasing, and smooth that out if there is. Alright, next I go with the bronzer. I contour a little bit with bronzer. You create a little bit of a cheekbone there on the sides of your forehead. Depending on how big your forehead is, you can just do a little bit or come down more. The jawline there. And down to the sides of the nose. I have a bump in the middle of my nose here, so I do that to kind of minimize it, and at the end to short it off. Then you go back in and blend. I use the powder brush that I used before. I don't add any more, I just blend it though. Okay, now I'm going to put on a little bit of blush. My color Seductive is probably my favorite color. I scrunch up my cheeks a little bit on, I used to call the apple, whatever it is, whatever this part's called, and blend it back. Now eyebrows, don't forget these babies. Alright, I always make sure they're going in the right direction here. The rule for eyebrows is to go up from your nose. That's kind of where the eyebrow should start. Mine are very short. Straight up from the pupil, that's where the arch should be. And then that's where it should end. Now, if you need to, you may need to get your eyebrows professionally shaped so then you know how to fill them in. Alright, but I'm going to go with little hair-like strokes with this pencil to create some eyebrow for myself here at the front. Same on this side. Then I'm going to go in with the brow gel. This creates more of a dramatic look, or if you don't have any, if your eyebrows are really thin, it will fill them in. It has little fibers that'll attach to your eyebrows. Excuse this, my daughter got a hold of it and it was a little mascara wand, which it still get it to work this way. Still been working it. Go back through and kind of go against the eyebrow to fill it in. Gel, then I go back in and smooth them out again with this little spoolie. And then touch up, go back in and touch up wherever needs touched up. You can see how it's a little blotchy here in a few areas. And there, now I'm happy with those. On to eyeshadow. Today I'm going to use palette number 3. It's gorgeous, cool tones. I'm going to start off with Determine and go all over the eyelid. This is a really easy technique that you can use with any two colors of eyeshadow, not just a palette. And it just creates a really pretty eye, and it's easy to accomplish it. So now I'm going to go in with Ecstatic and go in the crease. And you could do this with any two colors that you want in this palette, or any two colors, period. Now if you have hooded eyelids, make sure you're going up more on the brow bone, so that you are taking full advantage of these gorgeous colors. Just kind of going like a little windshield washer motion. And now I go back in on the other side and do the same. I've got a toy thrower behind me. Then another great tip for women with hooded eyelids is to connect this down and put some of that color on the lower lid. Then you get full advantage again of these gorgeous colors. Then all you need to do is go in with a brush that is clean or has a just neutral color on it. I'm going in with just a tiny bit of spitting to blend these. I'll start on the brow bone, and then I won't add any more after that, and just kind of blend down. Then I can always go back in it and clean it up right here with the blending bud. Now I'm going to use some Irate as a little bit of an eyeliner. It's a black color, just going across to create a little eyeliner effect here. So you can see the difference on those two eyes, just of creating that little bit of. Now mascara, if you're not familiar with our 3D fiber mascara, it is 3 steps, gel, fibers, gel. I go through all the lashes and do the gel fibers, first 2 steps, and then I let those kind of set and go back through and do the second set of gel. Now the fibers, I just go into the last like third or the tips of them. It's all you need because we're just building length here. Okay, now you go back in and seal the fibers on there with the last coat of gel. You always want to make sure you do this. If not, you'll have fibers falling on your face throughout the day. So make sure you seal those fibers on. And this mascara is definitely buildable, so if you want more length, just keep going with those steps. Gel, fiber, gel. Okay, next we're going to put on some pouty lip liner. This will keep your lipstick lasting a really long time. Today, for a little bit more of an ombre look, I'm going to use 2 different color lipsticks. I'm going to line them a little bit more with the color Affluent. This is a matte color, and I'm going to fill in the center with a shimmer. And then fill this in the center with the upscale. It gives it a little bit of a ombre effect here. Alrighty. So if you have any questions about any of the products I used in today's video, just message me below or contact me on Facebook. Alrighty, have an awesome day, ladies. Bye!